Welcome back to an all new episode of the Saturday Detention podcast. I am the remainder of a corpse, but not quite bones. Also, I'm the host. Joining me this week for probably a lot of trash conversation is Alex. Y'all know Alex. And we have a guest, someone I haven't met. So, yeah. Guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Lauren. And I'm just, I'm a very, I guess, young weeb. Like 5 years a weeb.
Oh my god, okay, no, that's fair.
I only started in high school, so.
I'm not gonna talk about where I started right now. Makes me sound old as shit. So as you saw by the thumbnail, or if you're listening on Spotify, because by the time this is out, they'll be synced. You look at the title. We're talking about the Anime Awards and what we voted for and all that fun stuff. We're gonna go in reverse order because I don't want to start with Anime of the Year. That would be dumb.
That's fair. That's smart.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure.
I'm also literally running on fume. All right, we're gonna start with Best Fantasy.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't watch any of these shows. I saw 3 episodes of Bookworm and was like, that one.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah. ReZero gives me depression. I did not feel like sitting through an hour of ads for Decadence.
Where was that streaming?
Hulu.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Hedora, I left to you and Alex. Oops. Dragon Quest, didn't care about. And Tower of God, CJ was like, wait. You will wait. We will watch it together. I was like, oh.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I watched Dorohedoro and Tower of God full way through, and I enjoyed both of them. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be able to get through them with having college start this week and everything, and they were both really good. Dorohedoro had like really strong characters from what I gathered, though it was like its first season was like a setup to like its true story, so it's like its ending was kind of like in the middle of a scene. So like, you know, the next season, I feel like if they're gonna have a next season, hopefully they do. If they don't, then it's like okay, but if not, then you know. But if it does, it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be awesome. All the characters rock. Yeah, and Tower of God it gave me Hunter x Hunter vibes. Like I'll
watch that one day.
You need to. Like it gave me.
I saw spoilers. I saw Kite die. Me and CJ were just like, nah, fuck all this. I'm done. I was like, hey yo, who's this cool character? What's this show? Never mind. I'm going home.
Oh my
I'm going
God.
home. I'm going home.
That's like near the end. That's like so close to the end.
I'm never gonna be mad at someone for not watching it or reading it because I know it's never gonna like actually end.
I know everyone's like you'll love it, but I'm just
finish.
like nah.
It's
I saw
okay.
that man die.
Yeah,
that was my first episode I watched. I'm just
wow.
like, oh, never mind.
I mean,
all this.
I mean, I didn't.
Fuck you, cheese puffs, for watching the show when CJ was just like, I'm going to bed. Shawnee was a corpse doing something. Glenn was at his house, and I'm just walking in like, all right, CJ, get up. We got work to do. I'm like, what are we watching? Never mind, I'm going home. Fuck you, cheese puffs.
I mean, if I did that with Naruto, I would have given up in the beginning because I already knew Jiraiya and, you know, I knew all that stuff going into it, like the stuff with Obito, the stuff with Jiraiya, everything.
Wait,
I knew all of that going into it.
Like
going in, I was like, I spoiled
the internet.
Exactly.
Also, what did you pick? You didn't say what you picked.
What do you mean? Oh, what I picked?
Best fantasy.
No, actually, okay, all right, yeah. I was in the middle of talking about Tower of God. It's enjoyable. I think the one thing that it really didn't have for me, and I think is that Dorohedoro had such like much stronger characters. I was a lot more entertained by what the characters were doing. In Tower of God, I got emotionally invested a little bit, just a little bit. But the way it ended left a lot of questions that just need to be followed up. Dorohedoro still has that same thing. I guess that's really what it is that these two are just like good setups, but I can't make a full decision. I think I'm going to go with Dorohedoro on that one. It's really funny. I watched the English dub. I thought it was really entertaining. there's a few other characters that are going to be in the other like the best characters categories. So I'll talk more about it then because I got something to say about them. So yeah,
That's fair.
Just based.
Alex, what'd you pick?
Well, I didn't pick, as we know, because I'm dumb.
What would you have picked?
I would have picked Dorohedoro, just because I didn't watch Tower of God, but it doesn't really interest me either. But just based off of it being fantasy, the world that Dorohedoro kind of like laid out, just being able to have the kind of characters that it has and the vibe that it has strikes me as much more of a cooler fantasy instead of a stereotypical like high fantasy setting. So just based off of the category itself as best fantasy, I gotta get it to Dorohedoro.
For sure.
Yeah, honestly, like, and this is the big thing about Dorohedoro, but it's mostly just because of the characters themselves and how they're able to exist within the setting.
Yeah, I mean its vibe is so it's a seinen. Its manga's a seinen, so it's like it's more adult centric. Meanwhile, all these other ones are like a lot of them typical fantasy are like more centered towards like a a younger audience, but this one is really really adult. It's very gory and it's very almost trippy a little bit because it's dealing with sorcery in a way that's so strange. I don't know. It's bizarre, but in a good way. It's and the action is really cool and really fun and just really chaotic. It's a very common. I think it's one of the themes in it is chaos. So a lot of it is just chaotic. Is a really good way to put the way that its vibe is. So.
Yep, I totally didn't watch any of these shows.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't watch them either. However,
yeah, I mean, yeah,
I'm
not a zero person.
I at least was interested in Dorohedoro.
I don't want that depression right now. It's coming. I know it is. I don't want it right now.
I was gonna say ReZero has never interested me, but I will say, like, as the world itself seems kind of interesting from what I know, I just don't know a lot about it.
That's fair.
And Ascendance of a Bookworm, that's season 2. That requires me to like have watched the first part. I don't even know what that's about. I really don't.
I got you. Super quick summary. It's an isekai.
Oh.
Girl dies.
was
like, all right, this world has no library. I want to make a library.
Right.
I'm going to make a library. You're a child. You can't do shit. I'm going to make a library. Bet.
So you said it's an isekai? Already, you got me.
I was gonna say, I thought I thought your whole summary.
Oh, you want to be on the isekai episode with me and Krista when we do that?
You already turned me off from that. I don't know. I'm not an isekai person. Huh. But then again, Inuyasha kind of like defined that genre a little bit.
Very much so.
Hey, you mean Digimon? Digimon's an isekai.
Okay.
We'll talk about it in the isekai episode, which I don't want to do.
Okay. All right. I do want to say though, I wouldn't. Never mind. Digimon's not. Digimon's not pure isekai, despite being one of the forerunners.
All right.
Anyway, best couple.
Best couple.
So here's my thing, right?
I hate this category.
I do too.
I only like it. I'm big into that kind of like section of fandoms. So this is the stuff I look for, but I don't watch romance.
That's not my issue. That's not my issue though.
Which
3 of these couples aren't even fucking couples.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
just
the problem.
Is it just stuff that's like popular?
They're pairings. They're not couples.
Oh, well, I mean,
like,
true.
I didn't watch
Inspector
because I was like, I ain't got time. Kaguya-sama, they aren't dating yet. They'll probably get together when the manga ends. Rent a girlfriend. I literally messaged Alex. You're caught up. Are they dating yet? No. Okay,
well, wait, give it a chapter or two.
I can't.
Give it a chapter.
I can't say. I don't want to say. I don't want to say.
Is your vote Legoshi and Haru?
What, me?
Yeah.
It's gonna say. Listen, is that your vote?
No, it's not my vote.
What's your vote?
All right.
Because the only manga that I'm the most into is Kaguya-sama, and I gotta give it up to them. Because they are just too great. I don't know. I love seeing them. Seeing them. They're really cute.
Quick spoiler for whoever's gonna like listen or watch this, but are they a couple in the manga?
Currently, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, this is the anime award. This isn't fucking manga awards.
True. This is the anime award, so we have to take it at
I'll
that
say
value.
whenever we're talking about season 3 of Kaguya, that's maybe when that's gonna be a thing.
Right.
And unfortunately, I've just spoiled season 3.
That's
Basically.
fine. It's
Basically.
fine.
I'm not gonna watch Kaguya
Everyone knows
Sama.
they're gonna get together.
Yeah, they just all they need to do.
The spoiler is who acts who.
It's technically. Yeah.
Don't say
okay.
those
Okay,
words.
all right. I yeah, but it's with them though. It's just that they have to, and this is me speaking generally in the context of the show in general. They have this like facade that they put on in front of everyone, and the only thing that's holding them back from each other is to set aside their pride and open themselves up to each other.
Dang,
that's all they
dude.
need to do. That's
That
all they need to do.
sounds just like Rent a Girlfriend.
No, he just needs to go. Hey, I like you. I actually like you. Like for real. And then she's gonna be like, okay.
But
Say it, but, like, I'm not gonna tell you.
It's not just that, because she gets very defensive.
Yeah, you're way too early to be saying that.
She's really defensive about it. Like she has this cold side of her. She puts up this cold front.
Also, Alex, you want to tell us who's best girl in Rent a Girlfriend? Because I do agree with you for once.
Sumi, who I don't think is.
Ruka is second best though, because that thirst, I respect. That
Sure. I probably here's the thing. You're not caught up yet, but I would probably still give second best to Chizuru. But Sumi's best girl. 100%, like hands down. You don't even know why yet, but I'm glad that you.
I don't. It doesn't matter. Mommy, if I'm gonna be PG and go with Shawnee, what Shawnee said, because when I said at work, everyone was like, "Hey, chill out." I was like, "No, fuck that bitch." Mommy can go get hit by a bus.
Oh yeah. She fucking.
Those are Shawnee's words, not mine.
She fucking sucks, dude.
We'll get into that on the second romance episode. It should be in like 3 weeks.
Do you have a vote, Cam?
Yeah.
What's your vote?
I do. We're gonna get there.
What?
We're gonna get
Is
there.
that not where we're at now?
My life as a villainess also made me mad, because I'm just gonna be friends with everyone. But this isn't a romance show. I'm gonna be friends.
I vibe with that.
Everyone is like, why are you in best couple? I'm so
I
confused.
vibe with that.
Legacy and Haru, I'm only okay with them because they got together at the end of the series, which was season. I'm like, okay, they're gonna go from here.
Kind of.
Cool.
Well,
whatever.
I mean, we can only hope. I mean,
there's
a long. I mean, I haven't read the manga, but I can just tell from the way that it ended. There's a long road ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they were really cute.
And
they were really cute, and it was really, really dramatic.
And then we have NASA, because his parents really named him NASA, which pissed
That's kind
me
of
off.
fire. Not gonna lie.
That way,
Yuzuki
his
and
name really
his
was NASA?
wife. Yeah, it's his actual
That's
name.
pretty fire.
I voted for Over the Moon because Alex, like we talked about earlier, hey, let's get married. Okay, episode 1. I was like, all right,
word?
done. I'm in. GG, best couple.
Okay, so what is the story then?
You won. And then I kept watching. I was like, oh, okay. They're really. It's like, all right, I'm married now. How do I become a husband?
Oh, okay.
Don't you mean boyfriend?
Oh,
No, a husband.
dude, no
But
way.
you haven't been a boyfriend, so how do you? We're gonna. It's a learning process.
Wait, that's what that is?
But you just married her off. Yeah.
Oh,
Literally, dude gets hit. He gets hit by a car.
Fire.
2 years later, it doesn't turn into an isekai. Surprisingly, doesn't see her for 2 years. She shows up at his door. She's like, "All right, you said you'd marry me. Here, sign this piece of paper." He looked at it. He's like, "Oh, this is a wedding registry."
oh my god.
All right, bet.
That sounds really cute.
Cool.
You kind of sold me on that one. There's a manga that's kind of like that. That's currently it's kind of like that in its premise between the leads. It's called Mission Family Yozakura. It's currently running in Shonen Jump, and it kind of has that premise in which the main characters are like they're teenagers, but due to like circumstances, they do get married like in the first chapter, basically.
I like stuff like that.
It's
It's like, all right,
pretty great.
the chase is fun to watch, but ayo, what's gonna happen? Give me the
I feel
antics.
you. I don't like.
Give me the
I don't like a
awkwardness.
long
Give me
chase.
the
And honestly-
domestic.
Honestly, I don't like a
Domesticity.
chase in general, but I do like the slow pining of when like they're slowly coming to realize that they do like each other. That's dope. But I understand not liking the chase.
Oh man, dude, the way that I am with like Inuyasha, that's really scratching my itch there a little bit, just a little bit. because I agree with Cam on that. I don't like the chase. I love seeing it all happen.
I don't mind the chase. It just can't be 171 Oh my god,
Ugh.
100. That's still making me mad. I'm
I
sorry,
will
Alex.
say no. I agree. I will say Rent a Girlfriend is a bit longer than I would like, but I'm not minding it, especially because of like how the plot goes in the manga.
I'm gonna reiterate what I said in our conversation earlier. He or she, I don't know who the mangaka is. Wrap up with volume 20 and be done.
It's definitely
Call it.
it's definitely probable considering they're very very like this like we're in the climax right now.
So Alex, what are you voting for?
Best couple, dude. I can't even fucking go here because it would be for,
Just
it would be for
just
it would be for Chizuru and Kazuya, but they're not a fucking couple.
Yeah.
And looking at the anime,
And
well, that's the
I know
problem,
what,
right? Looking in the anime, they're specifically not a couple. They're a fake couple.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for the fact they were a fake couple specifically, I'd be like, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I'll go with them. Yeah, I'd be like, fuck this married couple. I'm going with the kids. I'll fuck with these kids. However, well, I mean, adults,
kids,
but that's semantics. My problem is literally the final scene of the anime where you're like, okay, he's gonna go hang out with her, but are they together? As someone who doesn't know anything about the manga, is like, I don't like this. This is cliffhanger bullshit. And Shawnee was like, wait for season 2, and I'm like, Shawnee, this series is 19 books, and she's like, all right, fuck what I said. Just good luck, kid. I was like, all right, it's weird coming from you for once.
Speaking of, I hope you know, like this has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. I hope you know, I'm expecting some input during the romance episode about Yanchigo. Yanchigo. The one I told you to read, and you were like, "What? Read Magico first." So I read Magic. So I read Magical in 3 fucking days.
All right, listen. Fucking next Friday. Nope. Final Fantasy. Thursday. I'll catch up.
Do whatever you gotta do. I just expect results by the time of the romance episode.
All right, it's gonna be in like
that's
fine. Maybe depends on how this thing goes. All right, best score, because I pay attention to music sometimes.
Me too. Yes.
Despite like not watching any of these except Izukun, I did go and listen to most of them just because I do like scores, especially for anime. But I still 100% have to give it to Izukun, and it's probably just because it reminds me of the pillows a lot.
Okay,
so I'm not the only one.
Izukun's is really, really good.
It's very, very good. So good, and it reminds me of the pillows in Furikuri so much.
Oh, of course, that's gonna be what it is.
Of course it is, Lauren.
But I liked Tower of Gods, not gonna lie.
I mean, Alex didn't watch Tower of
Gods.
I know.
I listened to the scores I said, though. I thought Tower of Gods was...
All of them? Like, the whole...
Not the entire score, but I listened to enough of all of them, except for Japan Sinks.
We don't talk... It's a piano. I don't remember Beastars at all.
I really don't either.
And I was way too busy watching people beat the shit out of each other in Tower of God and paying attention to the music. So I'm just like... the opening and the ED are great, but what about all the in-between stuff, during the show? Like, my brain's like, no. You watch this dude punch this dude so hard, blood came out.
See, Tower of God...
It's like, yeah, there's music.
Tower of God was weird because it's like, sometimes it didn't have sound effects, which was kind of weird. That's what I noticed.
Like, it was no sound at all?
Listen, when you hit someone so hard, no sound comes out.
Like, no, it was like, it like, in the first episode, Bomb gets, like, kicked in the head, and, like, I didn't hear any sound, like, at all, and it was so weird, and that was, like, consistently throughout the entire rest of the anime. There were times in which there was just no sound effects, but the score was really good. There's, like, one of the tracks that has, like, a bunch of chanting in the background, and I do love me some chanting. So I honestly,
Halo's great.
It's a really tough decision between Eizouken and Tower of God. I'm gonna give it to Tower of God on that one. Actually,
wild.
I'm going to.
That's fair.
It's got me. It's whimsical. I do like the the more. It is kind of weird.
I mean,
Eizouken's. It's kind of a little bit quirky, a little bit.
I do agree that
Also, the
that's
other
the thing.
contender was Great Pretender, which I also don't remember what that sounds like, other than Freddie Mercury yelling in my ear that he's a great
Great
pretender.
Pretenders
And
is
good job,
decent,
Freddie.
but I mean that's the thing with Tower of God, right? Like it is really good. Don't get me wrong, but it didn't stand out to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I can see that because it is a lot of tropes. But honestly,
Yeah.
I did like it. I think it just hit the right spot for me.
Sure.
It
Yeah. Yeah.
hit certain things for me, and I was kind of going like, oh, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about other series, and I'm not thinking about that. I just think that it needs, obviously, there needs to be a second season. And I've heard a lot of people say about Tower of God is that it wasn't the perfect adaptation of it,
Hmm.
and that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's gonna happen. I mean, that's Promise Neverland's getting demolished right now. Its anime is just demolishing its manga. Absolutely. Oh, I'm still mourning over what happened yesterday, but sorry.
So,
Azukin best score. That's
yeah,
all I got.
agreed. So, best comedy.
Azukin, just because I haven't seen any of the rest of them, but I also don't care to. Except Kaku Shigoto seems interesting, but
Yeah, it's based off that picture. I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go watch it, and it's like we're on Funimation. It's like,
Right.
oh, okay, I'll go fuck myself. It's
with
fine.
that being said,
called-
Azukin is fucking fire. It's hilarious.
It's awesome.
I gave it. I feel wrong now. I gave it to Kaguya.
I
Did you
will
really?
also give it to Kaguya.
yeah,
I love
Really?
You'll see why when we get. You'll see why
I'm
later.
not-
Kaguya is so funny. I love reading the manga so much because of how its comedy is so modern. I don't know, and I think it's just the way that it is. It feels like there's a bunch of high schoolers talking to each other a lot of the time. So
Sure.
like there's a lot of like references to like different things, and it's I don't know, it hits me in a way. I have like screen caps from the manga, and I don't know if it's just the translation, but I have some screen caps that are just out of context, and they are so hilarious. It's so funny, specifically with Ishigami. He is absolutely just
That boy.
he is
that
the
boy.
the comedic backbone of that series, and so is
Without
Chica.
realizing it.
Yeah,
I mean, Chica is just like, hey, I'm 90% of the work.
yeah, basically. But Ishigami and Chica kind of like they kind of make it as funny as it is. But it's also in the tension that is between Kaguya and Shirogane. You can't help but giggle at it. It's so ridiculous.
True. Yeah, the Sleepy Princess didn't watch. Misfit of Demon Academy didn't watch, and I said I don't have Funimation, so I went and looked myself quietly in the corner.
Misfit Academy is on or Demon Academy is on Crunchyroll.
I might get to it.
I
think
want to
about
watch it.
And then My Next Life is a Villainess. I'm just like, this isn't.
I heard it was
funny.
good. I heard it was good, but I
It's fine, but I'm like, this isn't funny.
okay. Yeah.
I'm like, why is it in best comedy?
Because they
I
had
was like,
no
well,
other place to put it.
I mean, what are you talking about? Best couple, totally. But,
Yeah, buddy. Well,
no,
please tell me more.
angry. That still makes me mad. We'll save it for the romance episode.
Okay.
Oh, and then the category I didn't vote for because I couldn't.
Best drama. Yeah, I wouldn't have voted for this one
Yeah.
either.
Fuck Fruits Basket.
Unfortunately.
Adam can go sit in Fruits Basket.
Adam hasn't
Fucking
even watched
corner.
season 2 yet.
Fruits Basket
right.
season 1, dude. I had to drop it. I was getting it was getting really good soon. It was getting really dramatic. Right at the end, I dropped it because I knew how it ended, and I was like, oh no. I
So,
spoiled
yeah, you've
myself.
probably seen this before.
Yeah.
Japan sinks. Don't.
Oh my
it's
god,
just
I heard
like,
it was it was like almost like morbid to the point of like it being hilarious.
It does not matter.
It doesn't. Listen, I fuck with Science Sora, whatever. I fuck with Yuasa, but I'm just like from what I heard, everyone saying, I'm just like I'm good. No, thank you.
There's one clip that I've seen of the Japan sinks that's like really funny, and it's like
I am YouTuber. I'm just like, all right, we're gonna go away now. B-Stars. B-Stars.
I loved it. I enjoyed it. I really did like it. I mean, that was the only one I really watched. I tried watching Sing yesterday for me, but I couldn't get into it because it just
That's a depression for another day.
It was a hard year for me to get like to watch anime altogether. And this was
That's
like in the
fair.
beginning of the year. Cause like in the beginning of the year I watched a bunch of Azaken, and then I got distracted because Bakuman I found out was on Hulu, so I watched through all of that. And then by the time I was all like, settled down with that, then the pandemic hit. So like I watched
Oh,
Beastars, and then the rest of the year I tried to watch anime that came out this year and I dropped them. Except for like I watched High Score Girl, Teasing Master Takagi-san,
I
Wotaku.
gotta watch that.
Teasing Master Takagi-san is really really good,
Yeah,
but it's very slow, and it's cute.
that's
It's
fine.
very cute though. It's very very cute.
Why the
Um,
fuck were they in best couple?
because it's an anime from like 2016
That's
or
That's
fine.
2018.
fine. If we're doing
You,
that, if we're
if
doing
I
that,
don't
there's
know
several
about
people that
it,
we can add.
if I learn about it this year, it's new to me. I force a new anime. That's how the rules work. This is the internet. You should know. You should all know that.
But the point is that all the anime that I watched this year were from the 2010s, except for a few
That's
exceptions.
funny. That's really funny.
I
I'm
watched
sorry.
Erased for the first time this year, last year too.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, let's not get into
I
that. I don't need
loved
that
it.
right now.
Best anime I've watched in years, honestly.
That ending was all chopped up, but I was like, that's fine. It still makes
I
sense.
loved it. I honestly loved it. But
Uh, go read the manga and then get back to me.
I know it's slightly different. I know the changes.
Slightly different. Let's cut out the whole rehabilitation arc. Why? It's not important. We got an episode. We have 10 minutes left. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Sumala and the Forest Spirit. I'm tired. So I watched the first 5 minutes of this at the anime NYC
Yeah.
premiere of it at Crunchyroll's panel. And literally at the end, they're like, "Hey, yo, this show's gonna make you cry." I'm just like, "All right, fuck
I
this
was gonna
show, I
say
guess."
Somali Enforcer did interest me a lot. I just never had
Oh,
the
it's
chance
very
to watch
interesting, but
it.
I'm just like, they're like, "Hey, you're gonna cry."
I
I'm like,
mean,
I don't want
it
that
checks
right
out.
now. I'm watching Moe fluff for a reason. Like I'm preparing, like I'm getting all the fluff out of the way so I can go. All right, I'm gonna be depressed for the next five
Well, wouldn't
years.
you want to end on the fluff? Oh,
No,
okay. All
no,
right.
Alex, you know,
Yeah,
no, we don't do that
unfortunately.
here. We don't do that
Yeah,
here. And then Great Pretender, which I like Great Pretender.
I'll get to it. I promise I will.
My
By the
thing
time
is,
we
my
That's
thing is, it's
fine.
it's been on
reconvene.
my watch list forever. But like, is it
Yeah.
drama? Question mark.
I
I didn't
mean,
know that.
the only,
Oh
yeah, I don't know what else
yes,
it would have been except maybe comedy, just from the
it's
clips that I've
heist.
seen.
It's
But
also heist.
see,
It
that's why I
seems
want
like
to
it's
watch it so
fun.
bad because it's a fucking heist. Like
See,
heist.
I loved One Piece Film Gold because it was just a heist movie. It was a
What
half
do you mean?
movie.
Mamoru Hosoda is a great director. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Woo. All right, and then another category I don't really care
I
for is
So I
barely
have
watched
fucking
it.
issues.
Okay.
best fight scene.
I have issues.
Whoa,
What's your issue?
what's up?
I
What are you
I've
man?
seen all of these except for the Underworld, the sort of the SAO one, and
Because who
You don't need to
cares?
watch it. You don't need
that's
to
what
watch
I've been
it.
told.
Trust me.
'Cause who
There's
cares?
a
That's what I've been
2 hour podcast from a week ago, 2 weeks, whatever the fuck it came out about that fight. Me and not
Val.
your Alex. Me and Christo spent 5 minutes talking
Mm-hmm.
about why that fight is stupid.
Yeah, and I fully. That's exactly why I didn't watch it because I understood. I didn't watch.
I don't even care.
That's not even the dumbest fight. Let me stop. All right, so we have Sukuna versus Gojo, which I don't really count as a fight. He's just like
That's my fucking
let me
problem.
let me size you up.
That's my
Let me size
that's
you
my
up real quick.
biggest fucking issue, right? Because I have to give it to
Yeah?
Deca versus Overhaul. Only because,
Really?
yes, only fucking because there are other fights in JJK
Oh,
that
well, yeah,
could take it,
yeah.
but they chose Gojo versus Sukuna, which wasn't even a fucking
That
fight.
one. It's because it's Gojo.
Exactly, but Gojo had better fights.
It's like I was gonna say, it's not like he fought any certain volcano curses or anything. What are you talking about? It's not like we got to see them fucking gorgeous ass eyes or anything.
Exactly. Don't get me wrong. I think that's why, because it has a spoiler in it, and it's still more or less new, which is why they chose that one. But the fact of the matter is, Deku is all very very impressive, very very cool. We saw Angry Deku, which sends chills down everyone's spine. But as a fight scene, as a fight clip, or I guess whatever you want to call it, was just okay to me. It was impressive. animation wise, but
Canonically, true.
it,
That
it
too.
didn't do much for me compared to what the manga kind of went for.
Can
Oh
Um,
yeah,
can I
yeah,
can I
yeah.
throw in my one complaint about the
right.
fight?
But Jujutsu
I
Kaisen
did actually
had
read the manga
a
for this
ton of
one.
great fights.
Wait, hell no, wait. I wanna throw in my complaint about the Deku overhaul
Do
fight
it.
real quick. That rat face fuck changed the contrast to my TV without my consent.
Honestly, I don't know how that's the first time you've experienced that, because that happens so often.
Listen, when I watch My Hero, my brain's just like 25%. You read the manga, you already
Did
know
you
what
watch
happens.
the
It's like,
Did you
yeah,
watch
you're right.
the movies? You
No,
haven't seen either movie
because
yet?
I bought Shawnee the first movie, and then the second movie, they're like, we only have the standard edition. We're gonna get the special edition later.
Dog,
It's like,
I have
alright, I'll
both
come
of
back to
them.
Walmart later. Well, I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. Anyway,
You like 'em?
it's not just My Hero though. That's like in most fight anime at this point.
Not in these.
It's in the first season of
The
My Hero as well,
nigga, that
or
was
second
how many years
second season,
ago?
not first season, second season.
That was how many years ago?
Okay,
Think
sure,
I
but
remember that?
I would think, yeah, I would think
Guppy
you remember
memory?
that when you see Decora's overhaul and you get mad about that contrast.
Yeah, because that's the only one I
Yeah, okay.
remember.
So whenever you forget about
I
that,
voted. Fair. I didn't watch Brawler versus Max.
yeah, I didn't
don't
watch
know
that
what
either
anime
'cause I
that
didn't.
is. I was just like, I don't know what that is. And then I voted for the Tower of God fight because it had
got
a
to
bunch
high
of
school.
got a high school,
Which
the one
one?
on the
There's two of
bottom.
them. So yeah, that one.
which is the mark of a good show, I think. The one where he's fighting his
I'll be
friend.
real with you. I looked at both.
Oh, okay.
Because
And
Korean
Yeah.
names are hard, and I'm
to
dumb.
be fair, I didn't have a lot of context, but neither of them
There were a
were
few.
impressive to
Yeah.
me.
Just what got me was at the end he just kind of like kicks and then floats. I'm like, how they do that? That's cool. I want to animate. Cameron, you can't draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind. That was dumb.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm gonna just talk about the sword art fight real quick.
Oh my god.
This nigga cut through time.
That's kind of baller.
Vector was like, that's cool. I'm gonna eat your soul though, but I won. I'm gonna eat your soul though. All right, you're dead now. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna leave now. But I cut you back in time. I killed you. Nah, JK. No, you didn't. You bitch. Bye.
That sounds like
That's the fight. Don't watch Sword
That
Art.
sounds
It's
like
bad.
Just wasn't planning on it. I never. Who cares about Sword Art?
But which is upsetting because I heard
Listen,
Alicization was actually pretty good.
Good by Sword Art standards.
Sword Art standards.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Actually, no. I have to change that. Alicization is only okay because Gun Gale Alternative is good. It is a good anime. There is no convincing me otherwise. It has nothing to do with the main series. And it's even written by a different person. And I'm like, can we get more of that? Please? And he's like, no. It's like, okay, that's fine. I'll go buy the books. I'm not angry.
No, not at all. Didn't just make
No.
to our podcast about being angry.
Nope.
Yeah. Nope.
Best character design.
All right. I promised you a rant. I promised you. I
Let's
promised you
get it.
from the
All right,
get go.
let me get my tea and my Arnold Palmer. I can't speak today. All right, the floor is yours.
All right. So I feel obligated because this is the only category that Yashahime is even mentioned in. And my God, I mean, I could go on about how, I mean, this series is kind of detestable, just a little bit, just in recent events. And I love Inuyasha. Like, its character designs are, really, really great. It's got a fantastical world in general and everything, because it's set in feudal era Japan, so it's got all these like cultural and historical influences, but damn, does Rumiko Takahashi know how to make characters stand out? Because if you look at like the main cast of Inuyasha, you can see how, bright and distinct and recognizable they are. And all the detail that she puts into the clothing specifically is great, and the only reason why Yashahime is even in this category is because Rumiko Takahashi has to do with it. This is the only thing that she's got direct involvement in. And it really does kind of inherit a little bit of that, because the new characters, they also have the same thing. Like, they've got that same, those same detail, the intricate detail that's put into the designs. And I can talk about the meaning of Demon Slayer armor and the symbolism as to why the character Hisui has one of his father's rosaries on his left hand. But like, out of like that franchise, it's got fatal flaws within its character design alone, and it's like basic looking background characters, like really really basic looking background characters, and an art style that restricts and like limits what can be done with faces, because these characters look the same, like face wise, and it's like really just, I don't know. But also the fact like in Yashahime, that's how it is. It's gonna be the same way. And also, I guess they're reusing demon designs. That's a rumor. I didn't watch it, but I've just heard that. And also, out of all of the original characters from the original show, the main characters from the original show, only 2 of them have been shown, or a few of them. 2 of them have really been shown in great. I can't even say this right. What I'm saying is that Songo still looks like she's 16. I wanted her to exude MILF energy, and she just doesn't. She's supposed to be like 36, and she still looks like she's 16. And I still haven't recovered over that. I'm sorry. So that's
I mean, if your biggest complaint is that a character is not, I feel it.
like,
That's
damn,
valid.
she's supposed to be 36. Her kids are grown.
36.
Her kids are grown. She needs to have that, like being a MILF is not only about being a mom, it's about exuding like mature energy. And she just doesn't have that.
There's 4 more letters than MILF, figure it out.
Really? Oh man, it's real sad, because her husband is a DILF. Moroku looks like a DILF in that. He was in one episode and he looked pretty damn good.
All right, and all me being super uncomfortable now. Alex, what'd you vote for?
You being
I didn't even vote.
I don't like Moroku.
Oh, dude, Moroku's my favorite character.
Also, I watched this show when I was like 12.
God.
I'm 25.
Dude,
You're
rewatch
25.
it.
What the
Rewatch it, man. I love Moroku.
Yeah, I'm 25. I turned 25 like 2 months ago.
Moroku's
2 months
great.
ago.
At least he's not a lolly.
Hmm.
old bitch?
Yeah.
At least he's not a lolly. That's what Shomer is.
No comment right now.
Bro.
If we ever get to the hentai episode, trust me, I'm gonna have a long, annoyed rant about that.
Can't wait to hear that one from afar
Yeah, but
and not be a part of it.
it's very clear that Yashahime doesn't belong on this compared to like Tower of God, Azaken, BNA, because BNA had like 2 separate designs for like most of the characters.
Per
DNA was my vote.
BNA
That's
for sure,
fair.
or Azaken. Honestly, I'd say BNA because of how much detail they put in. It's in between that and Azaken because of all the background characters. They're all from like different. I don't know. I think they look all interesting. I think in Tower of God too.
I am the odd one out. I am the odd one out.
Oh, what do you gotta say?
I voted for the toilet anime. I was like,
That's
these
valid.
characters look cool.
Yeah.
They do look
I think
It's
really
like based
cool.
on that picture, I was like, they look cool.
They do.
What do the other
No,
characters
they
look
do.
like? I'm like,
Honestly,
okay.
I'm gonna. And Tower of God too. Its background characters and it's like side cast, like the characters you hardly see. They look interesting enough that I want to know what they're doing. I want to know their backstory. It makes me want to like say like, what are they doing? Are they doing well? Like, how are they doing? You know, I don't know. It's between that and BNA. I'm gonna give it up to Tower of God.
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
give it to Tower of God.
Who did that? Mappa? I feel like Mappa did that. Mappa's scary.
They are.
I'm scared.
Oh my god, they did
physically scared of
Dorohedoro and they're doing Attack on Titan and
Jujutsu
Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah.
Yeah.
And God of High
And
School.
God of High School. They did so much.
They are
fucking
very,
wrong.
very scary. They're on a roll.
And the new Bones. JK,
Oh.
Bones is still the new Bones.
Bones is gonna be Bones.
You mean they're the new Madhouse?
Yeah, honestly. Rest in peace.
Madhouse is dead. Yeah.
Listen, if I ever get my No Game No Life Season 2 star ad, 100 gift subs.
You fool.
I'm not getting that. I know I'm not. I'll
As
just read
long
the
as
light
you know.
novels. I own them all, so. best animation. I couldn't vote. I physically was like, I am split. I can't do it.
It is hard.
I 100% gave mine to Izakun. It's so
Izakun
fucking
as well.
cool. It's because
That's fair.
it's so cool and unique, and there's so many different styles that get used.
Oh yeah, it's a showcase.
there's
It's an
a
honest
ton
to
of
god
different
showcase.
Exactly. This anime, which is why I'm loving it so much. It is like in and of itself a love letter to animation, and that's
Yes.
so fucking cool to me.
It's like the animators themselves that are like working on it. They're putting their
I know,
own
yeah,
little they're putting their own little like love into it. And you can
Yeah,
tell
it's
because
so
it's a
rad.
passion. It feels like a passion project. It's so cool. I love it. And
We'll get to that.
and
'Cause I-
yeah. Oh, sorry. But Beastars, and you could say the same for like Dorohedoro. This is another like instance of like 3D animation or CGI animation kind of slowly being like integrated into like mainstream anime like more often as its main art style and its main means of animation, because Dorohedoro is the same way. And it looks like it looks a little choppy. It took a little bit to get used to it first for Beastars, but it looks a little choppy, but it starts to look, it looks realistic. It looks a little more realistic in the way the characters move. Dorohedoro, the fight scenes animated like that. Oh my god. It honestly didn't even feel like it didn't feel choppy. It felt really smooth in the fight scenes in Dorohedoro. But then again, Beastars and Dorohedoro are done by two different animation studios. So
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw in my 2 cents here
Yeah.
because I feel like I'm invalid. All right, Princess, read. I'm gonna play that game in like 2 months when I care. So side games, you can until I get my Dragalia Lost anime. Fuck off. I was like, okay, Great Pretender looks great, but it's also Wit Studios who did Ancient Magus Prime, which is one of my favorite anime. So I'm biased. I'm like, all right, you sit in the corner. You sit in the corner. Science Suru, you do a lot of just weird, different stuff people don't do. So I'm like, all right, Azukun, you chill right there. Mappa's on here twice, which should say something.
I mean,
Yeah,
Mappa
for sure.
is very good.
they
So I'm like, okay.
they're like a rock star for right now.
Yeah.
It's like, because I was like, I like all the animation in God of High School, and then all the actiony stuff in Jujutsu Kaisen. I was like, okay, yes.
Well, that's my thing, right? Mappa does.
I'm stuck.
Mappa does traditional animation really, 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 really well. But I
Yes.
feel like they rarely go outside of that to seek unique forms.
They get out of, they don't really go out of their comfort zone. They're just
Right.
like, we do this real well, we're gonna stick here.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, okay, Beastars is all 3D. It's cutting edge 3D, I think, kinda. So I have to take that into account. So I was just like, I can't vote. I physically can't vote for a single one of these.
That's
Well, I can
valid.
vote for you. It's Azuka.
No, it's not Izuku.
Wow!
You'll see why later.
I don't think I will.
So yeah, I just didn't vote. I was just like, I can't do it.
No, that's fair, though, yeah.
It's a 4-way tie. So I was like, yep, we're gonna skip right over that because I can't do it. Best director. I gave it to Yuasa because I was like, I know Yuasa.
Yep.
I know who that is.
Also,
Don't know any other people.
I honestly feel
Azuka.
really bad. I really feel really bad for
ooh.
choosing Tower of God again, but I think just the way that I guess it's the way that it is shot, like some of the
Sure.
yeah, it's just the way that it looks in terms of like the way scenes are selected and like certain shots and stuff, the way shots are selected and stuff, and it is like somewhat, you know, adapting the manga, because I was looking at the manga a little bit and it looks pretty similar in terms of the like angles and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm unfortunately, just because it has a little more of a I can't think of it.
Plot.
Has a bit more of a narrative. Narrative, that's the word I'm looking for. I'm sorry. I was at school and work all
Plot.
day. Narrative.
It has a plot.
It
dare you
has
not think
more
of
of
a word
it has
for it.
more of a narrative. I feel like that's kind of what's driving my opinion. Even though I love the animation and, you know, Eizouken, I think I'm gonna again give it the Tower of God for that one.
Sure.
It's fine. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's fair. Alex, did you pick?
Azuka.
Okay. I'm literally only asking Alex, even though he didn't vote, just to see what he
Yeah, it would have been
voted
Azuka.
for. 'Cause, you know,
Yeah.
we totally didn't do this last year with the anime awards. Not at all. We watched all of them, right?
Somebody did.
Sure as fuck with me.
Somebody watched all of them. Oh, we watched all of them winners at least. I'll say that.
Yeah, because there was only like 4 winners.
Well,
Hey, did you watch Demon Slayer? Yeah, all right. You've watched most of the winners.
no, I
Good
lied.
job.
There was one I didn't watch, and that was Shield Hero. From
Oh,
last
I
year.
watched Shield Hero this year. I was like, Shield Hero's great. I mean, oh fuck, no, last year. That's right. We're in January.
We are.
What is time?
It doesn't
I
exist.
still don't feel like 2021 because it's just a hangover from 2020.
And speaking of audience, who did the best fuck? I fucked this all the way up. Speaking of audience, who captivated the best English voice actor?
Take it away, Lauren.
All right, thank you for bringing it back to me because last year was the like my resurgence with English dub. Primarily Ben Diskin was my main guy. He was my incentive into going into different shows, dubbed, because that's the English. Listen, whenever I tell you, you'll know. Do you remember Codename Kids Next Door?
Vaguely, because Shawnee fucking forced me to watch it.
All
and
right.
I was just like, I'm here now.
All right.
Yes.
The voice of number 1 back in the day, that was Ben Diskin. He moved over to anime after Kids Next Door ended, and then ended up getting into Naruto,
Fucking Weeb.
finding his way into Naruto.
Fucking Weeb.
He found his way into Naruto, and then he ended up voicing Sai in Shippuden. And Sai is my favorite character in Naruto. Now I watched anything that I watched of Naruto because I read it was subbed, but I played some of the games, and he was the dub voice, and I got used to his voice. So I started kind of following his voice around a little bit in anime, and it led me.
He's Bon. From Seven Dead. Oh.
Yes, he is. He's Bomb. He's Joseph Joestar in part 2 of JoJo.
Oh, he's Haida.
Yes, he's Haida.
Oh.
And he's Jack in Beastars, which is the reason why I watched Beastars.
Who the fuck's Jack?
Jack is the golden
Jack?
golden retriever. The golden retriever.
Who
That
the fuck is Jack?
that was the golden
His
retriever.
friend?
Yes, yeah. That was his friend. Did you not pay attention to Beastars?
No.
Oh,
Bro, I
goodness.
didn't even watch it.
All right.
Because I watched it and went, yes, drama, politics going over my head. Is he gonna fuck this rabbit or not? That's all I'm here for. Okay, no. All right,
I want that on
what's
record.
actually happening?
Yeah.
That's fine. It's like, all right, what's actually going on here? Oh, underground crime syndicate. Ooh, we can mess with this. What's
It
going
was
on
interesting.
here?
The part when was it the goat that asked him like to eat one of his fingers?
Yeah, his fingers. That's when I was just like, okay, I'm interested
Yeah.
now.
That was
Where
an
we going
interesting
with this?
section.
Also, that bothered me as a person. He was like, yeah, you can bite my finger off for $700. I'd have been like, bitch, do I look like I have $700? What's wrong with you?
I wouldn't be here in the first place.
Do you see how I'm dressed?
I wouldn't even be here in the first place. But Jonah Scott, really, this was his breakout role, and I think he's
fucking
very talented. I think
good job.
I think he's got a lot of potential in the industry. I think he's really funny. I had gotten the pleasure of being able to get an autograph from him via a Twitch stream, and I got to tell him that exact thing through the service that we were using, and it was a really nice interaction. I remember when Zeno Robinson got announced for Hawks, that video that they released, and
I also remember
everyone's
that,
mind was blown. Like everyone was freaking out. Everybody was so excited about it.
Totally, yup. Mm-hmm.
He was great.
Yup.
He's great. I think he's awesome. And Johnny Young Bosch, because I did watch Tower of God. Johnny Young Bosch, man.
Oh my god, I can't get over him. Just like Johnny Young Bosch is in his 30s or 40s.
Yep.
Why does he sound like he's 8?
Me and
Every time I hear him, I'm like, why do you sound like you're 8? Like I've met you before.
I mean, dude, because he can.
He even can. I'm just like my head.
Here's from somebody who knows a thing or two about the larynx. The reason why he can do that is because he's got enough practice. He's done so much in his falsetto range. For example, did you watch any of the Persona 4 animation at all, or any clips from it?
I did.
You know the scenes where he's imitating female voices?
Yep.
Yep. He does that so often and it sounds so good. It's like, go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
take a seat, please. And it's so great. He does it so well. That's the reason why he can sound like a young child despite being as old as he is because he's had enough practice. And you have to keep that practice. If you don't, it'll start dropping again. Keeping like a large vocal range. This is primarily because I am a singer. You have to keep it, you have to keep practicing or it'll go away, and you have to like retain that. You have to like, if you lose any progress that you've made, you have to build it back up. And that's what I'm doing now, because in my vocal lessons I've seen that my range is increased so much because I have weekly lessons in which I'm going into those higher registers that I've never been in before. So, but back to the thing at hand is that I give it to Jonah Scott. Technically, I give it to Jonah. I love Jonah, but I'm a little bit biased because I did have that interaction with Jonah.
Sure.
No, that's fair. Who'd you vote for, Alex?
Dog, I can't tell you the last time I watched an anime in
In English, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, this is gonna be Alex's category.
Yeah, I'm useless here. I mean, I guess, Robinson, because I've at least heard him. And, I mean, I know Johnny, but I haven't heard a single character from Tarkov.
Yes,
let alone
you've heard,
Johnny.
you've heard Crispin Freeman. You know his voice.
Who's
I
Crispin?
can't play it because I'll get sued, but
Who was he in something else?
I was gonna say I'd have to Google it because he's up for fucking Fate, and I'm just like, people still watch Fate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'll find
still
out.
here.
But
I'm like, listen, just give me my. Actually, let me be quiet. Let me stop talking.
Nice.
Dig myself in a deeper hole.
I do want you to understand, like, I've watched very, very little dub anime.
yes,
I
you
know
have.
you're just like yes, Japanese.
You talk about that
Japanese,
all the time.
Japanese.
Anytime I bring up the Inuyasha dub or any actors from the Inuyasha dub, you're just like, yeah. Listen, let me respect Kirby Morrow's grave. Can I do
That's
that?
fine.
Can you let me do that? I want to
You do what
respect
you
that
gotta.
man. I want to respect that man. Let me respect him in peace.
You do whatever you gotta
Let
do.
me put respect on Kirby Morrow's grave. Why don't you?
The Freeman guy did it, Itachi. I feel like you should have.
I
you should
didn't.
know
I
what English
didn't.
Itachi sounds
No.
like.
I didn't.
Okay.
I've never seen English Itachi because I tried watching English
you make me
Naruto
wanna
and I didn't
drink.
get past the fifth episode.
You make me want to drink so bad.
Grab a Corona, dog.
I'm gonna be quiet. I almost said something. Did you watch it? You watched Young Justice?
Yeah. He's Roy. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
Also, I voted for Aaron Phillips because Great Pretender was fucking great. I listened to it English and Japanese, and like, oh, they got a big ass cast for.
Oh, he's Shizuo Iwo Jima. Oh shit, I gotta give it to Crispin
Yep,
just
there
off
you
of
go.
that, dog.
Oh, he's Cray in fucking Premiere.
All right, yeah, I do know this guy.
I'm gonna walk away from that before I say something dumb.
Wait, but his warrants.
Yep.
Fucking Shizuo Iwo Jima.
And speaking of dumb, I don't know the Japanese language, so let's give it up for our Japanese VAs.
Yes.
Woo.
All right. Let me save you the trouble of just saying it. All right. Mutsumi Tamura. That's it. That's all you need to know. Mutsumi Tamura. That's all you need to say.
That's fair.
That's all you need to say.
That's for you. That's fair.
I am in agreement.
She was great. She's up for best girl anyway. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. She's so great.
She really does fucking like act her ass off, dude.
Oh my god.
I gave it to Toilet Boy for Rage.
Sure.
For sure. Actually, for sure. For what I've seen, what I've heard of Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, for sure. That's valid.
I'm very confused though.
Yeah.
I feel like English Gojo is better than Japanese Gojo.
I haven't heard any of the English.
I know you haven't. That's why I'm saying it.
Who's Gojo in English?
Ah, fuck. Where's the internet?
I'll look it up myself. I have behind the voice actor just basically bookmarked because I look into voice actors so often.
Fair.
You can tell because I the way I went off.
Oh, real. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, oh, we get to talk about this and why.
Kaiji Tong. Never heard of him.
Bullshit.
Oh. Okay. Oh, he was EY in Persona 5 Royal. And he was also Bill in Beastars. Okay. Valid.
I have nothing else to say. I'm just like, Japanese in my language. They did the stuff. They spoke the words real good.
I mean,
in the other language.
I mean, that's. I also know some.
They
names.
did the act. Fair.
Wow.
Fair.
I mean, I have biases usually with the characters that I enjoy. I usually like their voice actors.
For sure.
So like we're gonna bring up Psy. Mr. Satoshi Hino ended up following me to a bunch of shows, and I had no idea. Satoshi Hino is in like everything. He's in like everything from being Daichi in Haikyuu. He's Daichi in Haikyuu. He's Hyro in frickin' what's it called? Oh, Psyche-kun. Psyche K. Let's see. There's so many. Like if we were to bring up his whole frickin' thing, Satoshi Hino is just so he's everywhere, and I love the crap out of him. But his Psy is just too great.
Alex, bring us into the next category.
You want me to bring us in? I mean, the next category is best ending sequence, which
Yes, you are correct. I'm proud. There's okay. So, in my opinion, Freddie Mercury, you no.
I agree. I don't.
You're too great. So no,
I don't count
It's
it.
not fair. It's not
Right.
fair.
It's not fair.
You're bringing in like one of the most iconic voices of all time into that. I mean, but here's the thing. Whenever I consider this, I don't consider just the song. I consider
because it's a
for sure.
sequence.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, this was very easy.
It's very easy.
Hard.
It was hard.
For me, it was difficult.
It was hard at first, but it was very easy. What'd y'all pick?
Okay. All right.
You go ahead. You go ahead, Lauren.
All right, because I don't think I'm the only one who can say this. Unless you all watched all of Dorohedoro's endings.
I did.
All right.
All?
Yes. Dorohedoro is a 12-episode anime that has 4 ending sequences. 4 different ending sequences, and then for the last 2 episodes, they all combine. But for this one that it's specifically mentioning is the one where it is N, the main antagonist, in a Doom-like setting, a Doom-like as in the video game Doom. You see, it looks just like it. Like it's the way that it's set up. It's just him in that kind of it's a POV shot of you playing a video game that's similar to Doom, and it's going around like you're shooting mushrooms at these zombies, and you see like magic and life at the bottom. It's so cool. It's such a cool sequence. And whenever I saw that, I went, well, there's my pick. Even though I think it's really cool that they do that. But there's that. But Lost in Paradise. But Lost in Paradise. Seeing that make such waves on Twitter, and I'm going to mention Twitter a lot because the influence. It's about the influence that this stuff has. So I'm going to mention again with opening themes because.
Oh wait, no one can see me raise my hand.
Okay. Raise your hand. All right. Yes.
I was raising my hand. It's like, wait, no one can see me. So I was not watching Jujutsu Kaisen until I saw someone do the Lost in Paradise with the Hololive girls. Shout out to whoever that was. Thank you for that. You made me watch the show. I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's such a cool ending theme. It's so cool. The art style just made me melt. And I remember when I first saw it, when I went to work and I saw Xander next, I said, dude, you have to watch this. You have to look at this ending theme.
It's sure, I remember.
I showed him.
You used a word. We had, because I told you, like, yeah, we were talking about it, and you used a word, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm getting old. I don't know what the word. You just nope.
Huh?
Dope.
When me and Alex had a small conversation about the end theme, and he used a word, and I'm just like, I'm old.
I don't remember what word you're talking about.
What word did I use?
No, it's a word that I used.
Oh,
I
no,
don't know what that word is though.
I'm looking for it right now.
Oh,
Okay.
it's text. Okay.
When did we talk about this? It was before I was like, I am a dumb. Y'all can vamp, by the way.
I'm just gonna go through mine then, because mine, I'm basically the opposite of you, Lauren.
Okay.
I was like, Lost in Paradise is so fucking cool. And let me just, oh, was it Steve's?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just like, man, he used the word. I'm getting, I don't know what that means.
Steve's is actually older lingo.
I mean, I figured
Yeah.
it out, but I was just like, yup, I'm old.
Steve's is actually older lingo. But just like the Steve's that Gojo has during his piece in it, fucking kills me. Like, it's so cool. It's so like it flows so well. And the song itself is really good as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But-
Yeah.
Because that group does the opening to Beastars.
Oh yeah. That's right.
They need to make more music.
Yeah. No name. They did all of the ending themes, and the way that they all connect. You saw that. Like, that's so cool. Especially like the Blue Night Festival stuff, which is the second to last one. I thought it was really cool. I liked that one a lot because the Kikurage, which is that little pink thing in the mask, is like dancing a little bit. I love that. I love seeing Kikurage in the first place. So it's really funny. But they all connect and it's really cool. At first I thought, like, whenever I saw this in Best Ending Theme, I was like, what is it? That first opening with the doors? And then I saw the second opening. I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw that third opening and went, oh, that's it. It's so cool. Especially if you know N. Like, especially if you know that character, because he's brought up. He's brought up again in Best Antagonist. I'm really excited to talk about N. But yeah,
So yeah, my vote was for DDDD.
I'm gonna
I gave it to
I'm
Lost
gonna
in
give it to
Paradise
Lost
'cause
in
I'm basic.
Paradise.
That's for
because
sure.
of
Yeah, Lost in
Twitter.
Paradise. Definitely, like, I was between those two.
Because Twitter. I think because of Twitter. That's gonna
It
be
is
the
just
deciding
also like
factor.
Yeah, no,
really
I'll give
better.
you that. I will 100% give you that. I feel wrong though because my second choice was Night Running,
Ooh.
not because the sequence. I was like, Night Running is really cool,
color.
but that
I
song,
would say-
the song was just like, I'm going to drive to work
Yeah, I
to
would say
this.
Night Running is my
Colors.
third.
I think the thing is, like,
Oh, those colors were
like
great.
that's the thing about BNA. I love the color scheme so
The
much.
aesthetic of it in general is
It's
very
so
very.
gonna say,
and that's the shameful
Studio
part.
Trigger was just like,
The
yo,
shameful part of it
we got
is
you.
that I dropped it. The reason why I dropped it is because Ben Diskin plays Shiro in that dub, and it doesn't sound great. I feel really
That's
bad.
fine.
It sounds too grovelly and too rough. It sounds like he's overcompensating, and it really bothers me because he places a lot of his.
well, when you get to the end, you know why he's overcompensating.
He sounds like his voice is so. A lot of his roles are placed higher up in his voice, because you know how he sounds as Haida, so his voice is like placed a lot
Yeah.
higher in his voice. So like hearing him just do this really gruff and like it sounds like he's Horace all the time because of how deep.
I
it is.
mean, he is. He's depressed.
Yeah.
He's old and
I
depressed.
yeah. I
I'm
know.
just like, yeah, you're right. I can't say shit.
Yeah, but yeah, I
great.
get you with Night Running because the color scheme is really great, very appealing.
I'm gonna just give Last Dance a small shout out because I'm old and I like jazz and just
Oh.
like I don't care what y'all doing. Play more jazz.
I
Play
was
more
gonna say, yeah,
jazz,
I
of
thought it was
course.
great,
I will
very
always
jazz.
be a jazz advocate. Are you kidding me? As Barry B. Benson once said, "You like jazz? I'm sorry. I
It
apologize."
should be.
How do you kick someone? trying to
Uh-huh.
kiss
It's very easy actually.
It is very easy.
But you're not gonna do it. You're not
I
gonna
don't do it.
I'm
It's
lame.
like, Alex,
No,
would
I'm
do
very
it.
lame.
If I wasn't the host, to be like, all right, well, it's fun.
I'm sorry. I do apologize for being really, really lame.
Oh no, you're fine. I was gonna say we didn't, well, me, because it's my show, I didn't tell you to listen to old episodes to get like a feel for the show. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that with a new guest. I'm not gonna put him through that.
Because you're a coward.
You're right, I am a coward. I want that playtime, but I am a
As
coward.
long as you know.
And the cowardly thing to do would be to move on from this category and go to best opening sequence. and I made the wrong choice.
What was your choice?
What did you say?
Great Pretender.
Oh.
Okay, so like I do really like Great
I
Pretenders.
didn't care. I didn't like the song. I didn't like the Easy Breezy song. They had the animation cool. I did not like that song.
Blasphemy.
It's just like, please.
I liked it.
Oh my god.
Well, I know I'm in the wrong because everyone else was like, "You're wrong."
Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
Low
I guess
key,
I'm wrong.
you're kind of wrong.
I mean, it wasn't
I
it
don't
wouldn't be
care.
my pick, but I did really, really, really like it.
This is another instance of me going, Twitter kind of made this decision. Because Wildside, I think, and that's the thing about I think with the openings that did this, and I can talk about most of these openings when I say this. Phoenix, I put on all the time.
Phoenix is amazing.
It's the only song on this that's actually in my own playlist. I love Phoenix. I'll drive home, from my boyfriend's house with Phoenix playing, and it's just such a great song. The opening sequence.
Yes.
Everyone was talking about it, of course, because Haikyuu stands do that. And the way they were talking about it was very funny. Xander.
I have no idea.
You do. If I don't want to bring it up. I honestly don't want to bring it up.
Okay, we're done.
Yeah. Daddy Do, which is I love. Okay, I'm gonna ask your opinion on this, Cam, because I've got a story that's regarding this. Do you like the first opening or the second opening?
Yes, yeah, I like the second opening. I'll prefer the first one.
Me
The first
too.
one is just better.
Me too.
In
Me
my
too.
opinion. I was like, why is this
In
here?
terms of visuals, I loved the first opening a lot better.
Oh, it's so
and
fucking
I
good.
love Masayuki Suzuki. I think he is awesome. He is a showman. Like, if you've ever seen any of the videos that he's done, like music videos,
I was just like, why is this? I was like, who's this old man in the suit?
that's the man singing. He is a showman, and he is so cool.
He's so confused.
He's got this flair about him, and the way he sings is so awesome. But my boyfriend, we were watching Kaguya-sama the first season. We haven't gotten through it yet, but we were cleaning my room back in November, and he had music playing, and Daddy Do starts playing, and I'm like, this is Kaguya season 2. He's like, I had no idea, genuinely. I like this one a lot. And I'm sitting there just like, but I like the first one better, and I felt really bad.
Yeah.
I love that one a lot.
Don't feel bad.
But I love the first one better, and I like it a lot, Wildside, the multiple art styles, the multiple animation styles in there,
That's great.
oh my god. And Wildside as like a song, it's what they used for the opening is great, but I listened to the full song and went, wait a second, what? It feels weird.
Yes, but I heard the Jujutsu Kaisen. I heard Lost in Paradise before I heard Wildside, so I was like, okay, this is fine. I'm used to this.
Yeah.
And I was like, what about their other songs? I'm like, yeah, they're alright.
Yeah, Wildside, I respect it because it is that great, but like it has different I can't think of music right now.
Textures, tonality.
Yeah, I'm thinking of movements.
I was in band.
Movements. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of as in movements. Sorry, I think about music all day. I think about music all day at school.
No,
I
that's
come
fine.
home, I have to think about music again. It has different like pieces, and you are right about textures, but different movements to it. There's like 2 different movements to it. And it's like it's interesting, but it doesn't give the same feel that the opening theme does. So like as a full song,
Yeah.
Easy Breezy, because of the trend that was on Twitter. Whether it was, I
didn't watch it. I don't know. I have no idea. When Izukun came out, I was just like, I'll get to go later.
I think it's even if you don't like the song, the visuals I think make up for that.
Oh, the visuals
The
are
visuals make up
not
for
enough for me. Okay, but like when I voted, I was doing this comparatively to all of them. I was gonna vote for Eve.
Yeah.
But I have 13 of his songs in my Spotify playlist. That's not his worst song. That's not his great song. That's not his best song. Like, could have picked something better.
It's a song.
That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah.
I was just like, man.
Well,
It's like Phoenix, because that's Burnout Syndrome. The Burnout Syndrome has so many good songs. They're like they're probably my favorite Japanese group, like music group, is Burnout Syndromes.
For Kaikai Katan, I think the biggest thing for me was the visuals. Because I really love the visuals of the opening.
Yes, kinda.
I mean, it has that problem with like most shonen openings where like part of it isn't really
here's what the show's gonna be. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
But the parts that weren't that fucking killed.
True, I'll give you that. My other problem with what's this song called? I can't English or Japanese. Help me. My problem with that is they use the second verse and then part of the first verse. And I'm like, hey yo, time out. No, my brain hurts. Don't do that.
It's like an Oddsworld song. You like how they Oddsworld? Like the guys who did or wait, what's it called? Odd Future. I'm sorry, Odd Future.
Odd Future
Uberworld.
Uberworld.
Yeah, Uberworld.
I was lost for a second. I was like, oh, that's where she's trying to get.
Odd Future. Uberworld, or if you're talking about, what was the opening theme they did for Promised Neverland? What was the name of that one? I don't remember
the name of the opening.
Crap, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That one.
The point is that their songs they sound vastly different from how they are in the anime, and it pisses people off. I love that. I actually love hearing something different, especially for Uberworld, because I love Uberworld as a full song.
I do too. A lot of people don't.
But the way they arrange these, and that's the same thing with Wildside too, is that they arrange to have the most appealing parts of it in the opening, and then you hear the rest of the song and you go, wait a second, why are you doing this like that? But I guess it's I don't know how they do the process, whether or not they pick the song first and then they animate for it, or they pick the song after it. It's
a show by show basis.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they'll make the opening and go, hey, make music to this, or sometimes they'll go, hey, here's a bunch of money, let's use the song.
Yeah, so like I feel like I feel like that might have to do with it too, the way that they arrange it. So I don't know, that's my 2 cents about that. Music.
All I'm gonna say is Gurangi should have won last year.
Which one?
Gurangi for Demon Slayer.
Who won last year?
I don't know. I don't think it was Gurangi.
Last year, best opening was. No, I'm pretty sure best opening was Mob Psycho.
Yeah.
Which is what I voted for.
Never mind.
Exactly. 99.9 fucking goes, dude.
Yes, it actually in my opinion, it goes harder than the first one, than the first opening.
I agree, but the first one is also real good, and I have nostalgia for it.
Good. Yes, Mob. What do you want?
Speaking of things that are good, it's time to talk about Best Girl.
Woo! I'm so excited to talk about Best Girl.
Oh, that's an alarm. Can you guys hear that?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can.
Damn,
I'm gonna have to mute that audio because copyright. I turned my phone on mute and I'm getting yelled at by a person.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is he waiting for it to go off?
No. I have no idea what he's doing.
I think he's waiting. He might be waiting for it to go off because he said he was going to mute himself.
Why? If it's an alarm, just slap the button. Call it a day.
I mean, it's not my car. I can't just slap a button.
Oh, you meant like a car alarm.
Yeah.
I feel like me and Xander might disagree on Best Girl. We might. It's either we agree or we vastly disagree.
I mean, I don't think it's vastly. I think because I think my number 2 is your number 1, and your number 1 is my number 2.
Okay. All right.
Well, I want to wait till this car alarm goes off until I fucking
okay.
continue.
Then you know what? I can. I'm gonna talk about how much I love Noi. I'm gonna talk about how much I love Noi.
Is that
I picked Noi. She is a.
Didn't watch that show.
She is a herbo. She is big, strong, stupid, and strangely really kind. Her job is to as a cleaner. So she's brutalizing people. She is, along with her partner Shin, they're going around and they're killing these sorcerers for their boss N. But her magic is specialized in healing, which contrasts with her partner Shin, who can just cut people up with his magic. So they've got this dichotomy going. But Noe is just so awesome. She's so strong. She's so brutal, and she always wears this mask, so you don't really know she's a woman. And I feel very compelled to talk about women because I myself am a woman. And yeah,
I mean,
you know,
go for it.
the way that Dorohedoro did female characters was pretty good. And this is talking about a manga from from 2000. But they don't make a big deal about the female characters doing what they're doing. Like, the characters are strong, they're capable, they are in the roles that they are, but they don't make a big fuss. The characters themselves don't make a big fuss about how they're breaking gender barriers or doing this or doing that. They're not making a big deal about it. They're just doing their job. Noe will take off her mask and someone's like, "Oh, you're a woman?" Okay, she just busts them in the face. That's it. Nikaido, who's the lead of the anime, the female lead, she is she's a strong presence in the entire thing, and she has a massive role that's going to be explored upon in season 2 for sure. And she's such a powerful sorceress, and you don't know that at first. But they don't make a big deal about her being a woman, and I think that's what I like about that. And there's also Ibisu too. I'm kind of surprised that Ibisu wasn't on here and Noe was instead, because Ibisu was a lot more quirky and cute, I guess. I thought she was kind of annoying sometimes, but I'm glad Noe is. Also, she's voiced by Sheremy Lee, who is Makoto in Persona 5.
Oh,
I love that.
oh,
I love that.
That woman's get paid because she's a female Pokemon girl in Pokemon show. I was like, I know you. Why are you here?
She is very. Sheremy Lee was also in Tower of God as well. She was in Anak Jihad in Tower of God. This woman is very, very well sought after. But I'm glad that she's able to do not only like hard-boiled roles like Makoto that are like a lot more serious and play deeper, that are played a little more lighter. Or, Noe, she puts on a voice for. She makes her sound kind of a little more muffled and muddied because she is playing a big, dumb, stupid girl who's got... I swear she's got some kind of testosterone in her because of look at her.
I was like, yo, if she hit me, I'd be dead.
Dude, I'd say
if she hit me, I'd say thank you. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, okay, if I deserve to get hit, If I
you always deserve to get hit.
Please
she'll brutalize you and then heal you. It's so great. I love Noe.
Yo, I'm not.
You always deserve to get hit.
That's
though.
also for the hentai.
All right, we're done.
What about
the second, because we recorded the first and that just hasn't come out yet.
All right, well, Xander, do you agree with me or do you not?
So Noe is my number 2. I would have said Noe if it wasn't for Sayaka. Kanamori.
Yeah.
She's just in general, like not even her being like best girl per se. In general, she's just a really, really fucking strong character.
She is.
Yes.
I think
she's a very strongly written character. I love it.
The scene, the death of the liquor store.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gotten that far?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's an episode.
It's
in episode 11, I think.
Oh, definitely not then.
It's way late. It gives you a little bit of a perspective. You get more perspective of her character, so it gets deeper.
Fucking sick.
Yes.
I will say.
Yeah.
I will say I've seen a lot about Abigail Jones, and I feel like if I had gotten a chance to watch, I would have. She would have been up there for me.
When you watch it, let me know.
I will.
At first, I was just like, I don't think Abigail is best girl because of how she acts.
Okay, is she a gal?
No,
okay.
She's not a gal.
Right, I had to ask.
She's not blonde.
Well, gals aren't.
It has to be. Most of them. All the dark skinned ones mostly have blonde hair. I'm just like, Japan.
I just have to ask.
I mean, yes, but stop. I would have given it to Cynthia for best girl for Great Pretender. That's for completely other reasons. I'm not gonna get into. The whole like right side, I'm just like, kinda no. No one can see what's on the screen. What's main girl running girlfriend's name? Almost. You real close, but no. Because I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Sumi
yeah,
exists.
exactly. She's close, but
Real close.
it's not for me.
Katarina also, nah. You tried, but nah. Go sit in the corner. And then Kaguya, I'm just like, Chica though.
I love Kaguya. I do. And maybe it's
I
my
like
bias.
Kaguya,
It's
but
my
I prefer
bias.
Chica because Chica's just like I'm smart, but I'm gonna act real dumb.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
yeah.
she's so confused and she's so like innocent. She's very sheltered. She's very
She is.
sheltered.
It's like you're a fucking child. You shouldn't
She's
be here. I
she's
don't
so
care.
cute though. I think it's just
That and
really
her
cute.
sisters are a bad influence.
Hayasaka is she's really trying to keep her from doing anything. She asks her for advice and she's just like, I don't know about that one.
Alex, I think you'll like Abigail though.
I think I will too. I'm looking forward for sure.
And we have Best Boy, which
Oh, you already know, Xander.
I understand the right side. I don't understand the left side.
Xander, I already know you've got like 20 pages. You got 20 pages.
I have an essay.
You get one page.
So here's the thing, right? Here is why the correct answer is Hinata Shoya.
Yeah.
For one, he is he's one of two dual protagonists. However, he is literally like the Sunshine Boy, making him the overall protagonist, and also it's his storyline, especially after.
I was gonna say it's kind of
in the anime it's very much him, but in the manga it's much more a dual protagonist kind of thing between him and Kageyama.
Yeah.
However, once we get to a certain point, it does polarize towards Hinata only, and it's more that Kageyama only gets certain chapters and whatnot. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Hinata Shoyo is the literal Sunshine Boy. However, for one, I don't know any of these fucking people except for Gojo, and I don't know why Gojo would be best boy.
I was gonna say, Gojo isn't even best boy. Fucking main character is best boy. Well, maybe not.
Kun
Maybe
isn't even the main character. I'm surprised Bomb wasn't best boy because he was pretty innocent and really sweet.
Who was the peacock in Beastars?
I don't even remember. It's been so long.
That's fair. I was like, I like that
Not
one.
so not even Legoshi or
picked
even
that
Louis.
Louis is
Louis
not
an asshole.
best
Louis an
boy,
asshole.
in my
Louis an
opinion.
ass.
I was gonna say
He's a dick.
Louis is very necessary for the story. Legolas. Listen, I had a bit written down on my phone that just messed his name up every time I said it, so I'm gonna just stick with Legos. Legos also isn't best boy in that show, in my opinion. He's very good, but he's not the best. I was just like, Hinata, this you? This is you. Yeah. Because I was telling CJ about it, and he was like, I don't know any of these people. I know Beastars and Volleyball Boy.
Volleyball Boy.
I'm like, we watch Haikyuu, and CJ likes Haikyuu. CJ does not do good with words sometimes. Alex, you know how I drop words?
You do a lot more than drop words, but yes.
Shut up. I drop words real bad. CJ will just completely misspell a word, so I'm just like, all right, context clues, go.
See, that's what I do with
that's what
you,
he meant.
and I get nothing in return.
Hey man, you gotta get to know me better. It's your fault.
Oh, we're not having that talk right now. We're not doing that right now.
It's your fault.
Anyway, back to Hinata.
Fuck Misfit, Demon Academy boy. I don't know, Tower of God boy, and that's a lizard.
That's a lizard. That is Kaiman. That's Kaiman. The pretty. He's a pretty good boy. He's a sweetheart. He's he is really cute. I've seen him. I don't know. It's hard for me to describe Kaiman because he has this brutal side to him because he is on a mission to find out what happened. Like, how did he get a lizard head? He's trying to figure it out.
Why do I have lizard
Yeah,
head?
he's trying to figure it out because whenever he woke up, he lost all memories. So he doesn't know who he was before he was Kaiman. So they came up with the name Kaiman. He doesn't know who he is. So he is a little bit innocent in that regard, but he is very brutal. He wants to know. He has this very, very
Fair.
savage side to him. And that's the same. Same could be said for Legoshi. You can tell this guy is so insecure about himself because of his position in the world. You can tell. He's so uncomfortable in his own skin, and meeting Haru and dealing with these new feelings makes it even worse. He finds himself alienated within his own, group of people, within his own like group of friends, within his
Yes.
own school, within his own, the world in general. Funny enough, the most eloquent I can speak is about Legoshi. Of course it is, because the inner machinations of Beastars it is pretty. I just remember when I watched it, I was like, you know what, this is very, very. It's very deep, and it's very enjoyable. Kun is a bastard, and he reminds me of Killua, and that's the reason why he did something, and I said I love you, and that's like bias. But isn't this about bias though? Like a little bit. I don't know. I love Hinata. I love him. I love the growth in this season particularly.
Exactly.
The growth that he had in this season from
Yeah, fuck that thing. Don't know what it was, but
Rest
fuck
in
it.
peace.
from him infiltrating the camp, the training camp, and first learning, kind of the basics of setting, just the way that he's
Yeah.
moving his feet, and then seeing it in the game in part 2. I honestly, I wanted to cry. It was so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It was
This
so
is
beautiful.
also-
He broke Twitter. He broke Twitter with how awesome he was.
Yeah, because this is also the this first season where, and I think, and there's the next season is going to be a lot more of this, but this is the first season where we see just how much of a positive effect he has on literally everyone he comes in contact with, whether it be teammates, enemies, or like colleagues during the training camp with Hayazuka.
For sure.
The kid literally like raises everyone to his level, if not higher,
I love
in
that.
the most positive
I love
way,
that
and
for him.
they
I
show
really
it
love that
so
for him.
well with like his 2 receives towards the end of the season, when like it literally like you can feel they do such a nice trick with the animation of like making the watcher seem just as like compressed as the players do, and then kind of just
Yeah.
like clears all that away.
Yes. 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 I
They
love
literally
that.
make
But
him
wait,
out to
isn't
be
that
like a
wait,
bit of
isn't that like the first, like in part of the first season too, they did the same thing?
A little bit, but it wasn't like
No,
it
you know
wasn't like
what?
that
No,
kind of
I'm
effect.
thinking. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of senior year Hinata. That's what I'm thinking
Oh
of.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking of
yeah,
senior year Hinata. That same shot of him of him receiving.
yeah.
Yeah, that I'm thinking of that shot. That was my problem. That was my fault. But I think it's between Kun and Legoshi and
It's Hinata.
Gojo.
Legolas.
I think Legoshi has a chance. The
It's
fur
Hinata.
remember the furries, man. Those furries are vicious.
Furries
Furries are
fucking
vicious.
dog.
Yeah, furries are fucking vicious.
It'll be Hinata, at least for best boy.
So, from best boy to piece of shit, we're on the best antagonist. And man, this is a weird category.
Yes, it is. It is.
Sukuna's not
Honestly,
even really
Sukuna's
there.
not- I wouldn't even
Did
call him
you
the
guys see?
antagonist.
Oh, he's right now he is not. He's just
Exactly.
like, I'm just gonna
Exactly.
wait. I'm pulling in all for one. I'm just gonna wait. You have fun, kid. Get some more fingers though.
They should have made it Stitches boy, but that's neither here nor there.
Overall,
The anime
go
version
away.
was
Go away.
garbage.
You have said that. I'm just like, that's cool. And then I read about Shiggy, and I was like, man,
Yeah.
overall, you shouldn't be here.
Well, he's not anymore. Well, he is now, but that's spoilers.
I mean, he is, but he's not. Enchilada.
Who
You're a
knows?
bitch. I was just like, man, ReZero
No.
girl. I'm just like, I was like, CJ, explain to me what she did. She's why Subaru's the way he is. I'm like, all right, you're a bitch. Wait, what does that mean? And I was given a very long explanation about why Subaru is cursed and why Amelia is actually a good person. I was like, okay. I'm not going to remember any of that, but okay. fuck Fruits Basket. Rachel's is a word I don't know if I'm allowed to use.
Did you? So wait, you know what happens then?
CJ is giving me
Oh
hints.
my
'Cause
god.
he's just like,
It's
read
a
yourself.
complicated.
I'm
It's
just
so
like,
complicated. That situation altogether is so complicated. I can't even like get started on it. I knew this spoils it. Honestly, it spoils it. It's supposed to be a reveal for like episode 12. Where's it? N is the winner. N is the clear-cut winner out of everything. Why? Even though he doesn't feel like a villain, he is so.
I was gonna say, I don't know.
He's setting up. He's going to be set up to be the villain. He is
But
so
that's the thing.
funny.
Yeah, you don't have to be a villain to be the antagonist.
He is the antagonist, and at the same time, I don't think he's going to be an antagonist by the end of it. The reason why is because him and Kaiman's goals are kind of aligned a little bit. They have similar goals, but right now they're intersecting because he wants his partner to be someone who controls time. Partners in this universe are basically you make this binding contract with another person, another sorcerer, and you basically are now like bound to each other. So that's how that works. And N wants a partner that can control time. He turns people into mushrooms. That's his power. But it's so ridiculously strong and so ridiculously just off the rails creative in the way that he uses it that it's so freaking cool. He's so funny. He's basically a businessman. Like the way he comes across, and especially his English voice is really like reflective of this. But he's a businessman. He's a mobster. He's a mob boss, and a businessman, and a showman mixed into one character, and he is so funny.
Love Yakuza.
Yakuza. I love Yakuza. I love Yakuza.
You just described Yakuza. I'll beat 7 one day, and then 0, and then
like
1, and
he.
8.
I wouldn't say he's like on the spectrum of either Majima or Kiryu, but like he is.
No one can be.
No
Majima.
one can be Majima. You're right, but like he's.
No one can be Majima.
If I could like give maybe a spectrum between those two, because they are kind of like opposites of each other, I'd say he's kind of in the middle ground between them because he is pretty brutal and he's off the rails,
wow.
but he is a lot more serious about it. I think that's what makes it funny because he's dead serious about a lot of the shit he's doing. But he's so ridiculous. if you watch Dorohedoro, and in his family, like his group, are the most interesting and most entertaining parts of that show. So that's En, Shin and Noi, Fujita, Ebisu, and Kikurage, who later becomes his pet, who can bring people back from the dead. It's really cool. I do love En.
Now I'm hungry. She said Kikurage.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like
he loves
I
mushrooms.
was just like chicken. No, I was like no, that's Karage. No, I'm hungry.
Yeah, it's mushrooms. His theme is mushrooms because he can turn people into mushrooms, and all he eats is mushrooms, and all he talks about is mushrooms. So it's very trippy.
Alex introduced the next segment.
We got best protagonist, otherwise known as best boy, otherwise known as Hinata Shoya. This was best protagonist.
I will agree.
I can't argue.
I was gonna say I would also consider Yuji Itadori because he fucking bangs.
My boy's trying.
Exactly.
He's trying.
He's putting in the work. My only issue with Midori Asakusa being the protagonist is that I don't see her as being the protagonist. I see them like as
a group.
As the group, as the protagonist.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to give it to her.
I feel like
I guess.
I feel like she's only there because she was like, "Hey, yo, you're the director." What? Yeah,
you're the director. And she's the beginning.
Wait, what?
She was.
I didn't watch Decadence. I'm just like,
I
I'm
know
not
what Decadence is.
an hour of.
I think she's funny. I no, maybe I have a little bit of a connection to Asuka because I'm also small.
Because you guys are just.
I'm also very small, and I'm also very passionate about what I like to talk about, whether it's anime, video games, or music. I love talking about it, and I love getting engaged about it. However, where her and I kind of have a disconnect is that she's a lot more of a social, she's got a lot more social anxiety than what I do.
Yeah.
That's where we differ. That's where we differ. But I love her.
I was gonna say you
Yeah,
said
no,
so.
yeah. No, I don't.
Like, I don't remember.
Yeah, she's got a lot of. She hides behind Kanamori. That's how they have their little their symbiotic relationship.
Literally, what kind of words like, please stop using me as a shield. I fucking felt it.
Yeah, they end up bringing that up. The idea like of how that started.
Yeah.
Because it was like a symbiotic relationship. Taking and giving. It's the relationships of taking and giving. But
yeah,
and
I like
will agree
Midori
with
a
you,
lot,
though.
but I wouldn't call her alone the protagonist.
I
like
will agree with you because we're forgetting about the star. We're forgetting about the star Tsubumi. We're forgetting about her. Miss Model. We're forgetting about her. I
like her a lot.
Shit. I do, but
I
don't.
loved the conflict with her parents.
Yes, that was very, very good. It reminded me of the never mind. I was gonna say that for the Isekai episode. That whole arc was just great. I just like how our parents were just like, all right, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we don't go for it.
I loved they kind of dropped her off in the middle of the show though. Like they they stopped focusing on her as much.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry, they do. They kind of start using her more as like, oh, you're selling this because you're a model.
Advertisement. We're gonna use you to advertise.
Kanamori,
like, oh, they're smart.
Kanamori keeps doing that.
Hi.
In which she's just kind of like, oh yeah, you're selling this for us. But in the beginning, when she's first introduced with the whole like the scene with when she's at dance and she's drawing, the dancers and stuff. That's so cool. That was awesome. It was an awesome sequence.
And now it's time. I don't understand why they started. I really don't understand why the first pick.
Yeah.
The first thing you choose anime of the year.
That's so dumb.
Like, who the fuck? Why the fuck?
I mean, it's just for the voting, and I'm sure once they do the announcements, it's gonna be the last one.
Well, the actual award is gonna be last. I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. Operate, go fucking sit in the corner. Go fuck, dude, die. Oh my god. I explained just like the basic outline to my brother, and he was like, "So start episode 7." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, there's no point unless you care about these people. There's no point in Don't watch the first 6 episodes. How long is the show? 12.
So what you're saying is there's no point in watching it.
This is fucking stupid. If you care about the characters, you want the backstories, sure, go for it. I was just like, I don't care. Literally, episode 1 is we're gonna start the race. Flashback 2 year, a year. Here's how Opera and the other Japanese man met. I'm like, I don't care right now. Why would you start with the race and not with this? And then spend 6 episodes going, here are all the characters' backstories and motivations. And I'm like, what's happening again? Oh yeah, we're supposed to be in a race. We are in a race. This is just all flashback. Someone get this man. Whose man's is this? Who is this boy? Why is he speaking like this? Y'all both aren't saying anything, so it makes me awkward.
I mean, I literally have no input on Parks. I have no idea what it is, and it wasn't on any other.
This is the first time I've ever heard of
fine.
This.
So I'm gonna get super TLD. No, I'm gonna fuck that show. The ending bit is what made me mad. The whole reason the samurai and Apare did the race was to get money to go back home. That was the original plan for the samurais. He was gonna take his portion and go the fuck home. It was like, okay, cool, we have a plan. Awesome. Apare was gonna do whoever Apare bullshit. Also, there's the actual bad guy who kills people. He is known as the Butcher. I'm like, so we have to stop this man. Correct. 2 of the other characters, I get to kill him. No, I get to kill him. I get to kill him. I'm black, so I get to kill him. I'm like, oh, okay, all right then. Yep. Final fight with the bad guy. Let's throw him in jail. What? Yeah. So you're not gonna kill him. What was that whole episode? You 2 are literally arguing over who's gonna kill him. What was the point of that? If you're just gonna go, nah, let's let the police handle this one. You literally have a gun to his head. You just have to sneeze and you'll kill him.
So wait.
Also, how is he so strong? Why is his eye black and red? Are we not going to talk about how he's literally dodging bullets, bullet time style? and just not.
I mean,
We're not gonna talk
dodging
about that
bullets and
at
black
all.
and red eyes, Sharingan, bro. Easy.
Okay, but
Oh my
Easy.
god.
you have to
Sharingan.
say how you
No,
got the
you don't. You was born
Sharingan.
with it. That's how Genkai works.
You have to unlock it. What trauma
there you
has
go.
unlocked
There,
it? Is what a real question
see,
is.
yeah. I was like, so how did he get this eye? We're not going to talk about that at all.
So wait, the way it ended was like kind of like how Avatar: The Last Airbender ended, like with.
I'm not done. I'm not done. I got one more thing.
Okay.
This man got his prize money. He even got extra because they saved some people on the way there. I was like, he's gonna go back to Japan. He's gonna maybe not get with his fiance because she probably thinks he's dead. But you know, he'll start up his life again in Japan. It's literally what he's been talking about since episode 1. Literally the first thing out of his mouth. Cool. Actually, no. I'm gonna stay here with Opera in America and help him build an aeroplane. Airplane. We just saw you get on the boat. You were literally on the goddamn boat. You were waving goodbye. The boat set sail. How are you back on the what? What? Okay.
Why
whatever.
the fuck would he leave his fiance? That's weird.
Nah.
Because she thinks he's dead.
That's
and I'm
really
just like,
dumb.
okay, that's valid. But
that's really fucking dumb.
My thing was, you were the master of a samurai dojo back in Japan. Maybe that fiance doesn't work out. You have other options, my dude. But okay, whatever. Just stay with Opera. Build a goddamn airplane. Also, Opera should have been best character design because all those characters are very, very different and unique. And now I'm done talking about Opera. Opera shouldn't win. It shouldn't fucking be here. It's stupid. Literally anything else in a different category should be in place of Opera.
So you're saying that it should have been in best design?
Literally any other category.
Best
yes,
design.
but no. But
okay, so
yes.
no, but yes.
The show made me mad. The show made me real mad. I wasted my time.
Yeah, no, for sure. You got your moment. You got the one like freak out moment. Well, there was.
I'm talking about Sora.
There was many.
That's
a lie. That's many of those.
I was gonna say you should listen to. Me and Alex yelled about Pokemon for hours.
That's fun.
2, almost 3, and I had to cut it down to an hour and a half.
And I'll do it again.
Oh, trust me. Oh, dude, when they show off not Gen 4 remakes.
So
I'm mad now.
what did you pick for best anime of the year?
Yeah, that was a long,
Keep your hands off
thing.
Eizouken? Okay, Eizouken.
I also give it to Eizouken.
I wanted to go with Great Pretender because that ending was very not what I was expecting. Also, just how it all. I'm not going to spoil that. Jujutsu Kaisen's probably going to win based on.
I'm not surprised.
Or
I won't be mad about it either.
It's either Jujutsu Kaisen or Beastars. One of the two.
I don't think Beastars will win great.
I think.
I don't.
Furries.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think the furries have it. The furries are strong.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not okay. It's either the furries or the horny.
Exactly.
Fur the horny.
Well, they won't be horny for Jujutsu Kaisen. It's the
Gojo. Gojo's
I mean,
Alex.
yeah, Gojo, but Gojo alone is not going to win best anime. I think it'll be the shonen nerds who just like fight anime and battle anime.
I mean, you are correct,
Yeah.
but people are horny for everyone on that show. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Even the panda.
All right, we're done.
I want to get sappy about Eizouken a little bit.
Do it.
Eizouken,
Go for
I'm
it.
so happy that a series like this can even make it to Anime of the Year because of how artistic and creative it is, and how much love you can tell was like carefully put into it.
And for it to not like fall into any of like the usual anime categories of like shonen or romance or anything like that.
Yeah,
it is just
sure.
like a passion project and a love letter to animation.
Yes, for sure. And even its manga. Its manga's the same way. It's currently being brought over here to the West. Like, it's currently getting licensed. But I really do hope that, like, having this recognition through, like, you know, having strong characters like Kanamori and having Easy Breezy make big splashes on the internet in the way that it did with every different character under the sun and different people, you know, being in those poses and that kind of thing. It means that this series can like continue its trek over here to the West. We want more because like right? We want more.
That last episode, I was like, no,
We
there's
want
more
more.
though, right?
I want more for Dorohedoro as well, but I know that's going to get a second season.
Right.
Beastars season 2 is already airing, but I want a season 2 for Eizouken.
Time to install that VPN. I don't know Japanese. Never mind.
Go learn real quick.
Because Netflix of Japan is like, fuck a subtitle. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right.
It's going to be over here, and it's going to be over here in America eventually when it gets dubbed.
I mean, that's more Shawnee's thing, because she was like, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna fucking like it, and I'm like, who? Someone get her. Why is she being so aggressive towards me? No, Shawnee really likes Beastar. She was mad when I was just like, I don't. Who is Legolas? She doesn't like the jokes. She does not like the jokes.
I can find him humorous, but I am really glad about Eizouken being here, and I want to see more.
I think the judges will.
I think so too.
Unless they're like, "Hey, yo,
you know
Great
why?
Pretender," and be like, "I feel you."
Anime
but no.
AJ's on that panel, so like, Anime AJ, he's.
I don't know any of the judges except for
Anime
one.
AJ is
2. Is Connor on the list?
He was usually a Dragon Ball. He used to be a Dragon Ball like YouTuber, but like he had like, he like was well known for like picking apart the animation for every episode of Dragon Ball Super. And he does the same thing with One Piece now, but he's really big with animation, so I think that he'll probably vote for Eizouken. Dorohedoro didn't really have a conclusion. It's just a setup for a plot.
Yeah, it is.
Beastars is the same way. There's not.
Yeah, because I saw that last episode and I was like, who is whom? And Shawnee was like, read the manga, bitch. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, the manga apparently ended on a really good note in terms of like, with the way that fans received it. They said it was really good. So.
Which is weird. Like based off of what I've seen in season 1, I'm like, I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah.
I have.
I really want to see Dorohedoro season 2 though. I'm really psyched about that.
Yeah.
Watch Dorohedoro, Xander. You need to finish it. Like you need to. Like,
I'll get there one day.
You need to watch it. It's so good. I don't want to be alone in talking about this show at all.
But I have the time. I have a month. Yeah, I have a month. I should be able to finish.
Yeah, you got.
It only took me. It literally only took me 3 days to watch.
3? Oh wait, you're in school. I was like 30 days. I've been burning through these shows at like 2 a day, and everyone's like, "How?" I'm like, "What is sleep? Sleep's for the week."
Yeah, I've.
And then I roll up
I'm
to
a
work
full-time
half day.
student, and I work part-time, and I still managed to watch 2 12-episode anime in a week. And I also finished Eizouken because I was not done with it. I actually watched the last 3 episodes on Sunday, so like, I did all that. And in preparation for this, so like, I'm proud of myself. And now I can go back to watching X-Men Evolution now, so I can do that.
I can start Final Fantasy 14, so Caesar will leave me the fuck alone.
Are you actually?
Yeah, I paid $30 for all 3 expansions. Like I can use that code once I've gotten to the end of expansion.
I hope it's lasting for you.
Like. Do you have a problem with 14?
No, it's not for me, but no.
I mean, I don't see you as an MMO player. So, oh my god! Oh no! Why would they do this?
I played some MMOs.
What?
Not in a long time, but.
All right, total side tangent. Alex, who are you gonna pick for Choose Your Legends Round 5 Fire Emblem Heroes?
You think I'm re-downloading that game?
What?
You think I'm re-downloading that game?
On that note, we're out of topics.
Well, I was
we're out of categories.
I was actually going to ask about that Tonikawa anime real quick. Is it like more like on the range of comedy? That Over the Moon for you?
There is some comedy. I was on episode 4. I'm just like, I get
so you
the
only
vibe.
watched
I'm
like
done.
4 episodes of it.
Watch something more important.
So you only watched 4 episodes. All right, for sure.
I mean, do you fuck with Ghibli?
Yeah. I mean, I watched.
Listen, not
she
every.
hasn't seen a lot of them.
I do, but I mean, if you're talking about like
it's-
Ghibli as in like the animation studio, because like I watched Made in Abyss, bro, and that's very Ghibli. In terms of its art style, only in its art style, that show is fucked up.
Alex, sign us out.
Do you do my sign out on other videos,
Oh,
or is it just this sign out
sometimes.
for when I'm ever here? Whenever I'm here.
I do it sometimes. Sometimes I'm just lazy and I've clipped it and I'll just slide it in at the end and go.
Yeah,
Okay, done.
I do have to go.
Okay.
But like, yeah, let's do it quick.
Yeah. So it's been real. It's been fun. We've been recording for 2.5 hours. And I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Anything else, kids?
Don't watch Apare.
Oh, we didn't do what we usually do with the social media introductions, so we'll put them in the description.
Oh no, don't look at my Twitter.
Don't look at my Twitter. Oh, that's right. She doesn't know me. That's right. Never mind.